out. But welcome, everybody, to the show.
I was trying to do a classy fade out, but there's nothing classy
We're not
about
classy.
it. That's
We've
true.
never been classy. So know your role, Dave the Watchman.
What's up, everyone?
Yes, welcome to the Game Tasty Show, the normally weekly, or whenever we feel like it, podcast.
Really,
from
whenever we
nerdbacon.com.
feel like it.
Whenever we feel like it.
Yeah.
From nerdbacon.com. I am Jeff Roth with nerdbacon.com.
And I'm Dave the Watchman with nerdbacon.com.
And you're watching us everywhere because we're on Twitter via Periscope, correct? And,
Yep.
And we're on your Twitches, your Mixers, YouTubes, Smashcast, DLive, as well as an audio form on Spotify, on Podbean, on Stitcher, and wherever you get
I've
your
been
audio
really
podcasts.
lax about doing the audio thing. I need to do that.
That's okay.
Sorry. No, that's not okay.
We are fine.
That's not okay.
And,
Bad David.
We are
Bad
back
leadership.
We are two dudes on a couch talking about video games, something that we are big.
Technically, it's a love seat.
This is true.
Yeah.
And
Might be some hand-holding.
We represent nerdbacon.com, the tastiest place to get your gaming fix on the internet. And Dave, what up, mine?
Wow, not a whole lot. Just had engagement photos done yesterday, so that wedding is coming up. Oh my gosh!
Faster than you think. Right?
I know, right?
Before you know it, it'll be here. That's October.
September. Yeah.
I keep saying that. But.
Gaming wise, for me personally, not a whole lot is up. I haven't really played too much of anything lately. Although I'll go grab this. We've been talking about this already.
Yeah, this thing is just sitting over there and it's taunting me at this point.
All right, here we go.
Because this thing is sexy looking.
It is really sexy.
So, because you've been into a little game called Ace Combat.
Yeah,
on
Ace
the PS4.
Combat 7 is my pick for Game of the Year right now.
Okay.
So I indulged in the flight stick for, I guess I got the cameras over here now.
I can
Thank
do
you.
that for you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the flight stick for Ace Combat 7. It was on sale at Newegg last week, and I had to buy it. I felt kind of silly of, like, really how much more fun is having the flight stick really going to make Ace Combat 7, which is already a phenomenally fun game. I played the first mission yesterday before getting photos taken. Dude, it's awesome. I love the flight stick. I turned the control method up to expert mode, and I was like, ugh.
I love the layout here with all the face buttons here on the side.
I love
and then
it. It's so great.
R2, L2 back here. I wonder what these...
Oh, so that's for your rudder.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So yeah, if you in a real plane, if you turn the joystick, if you put the flight stick, left or right, it's gonna make the plane pitch left or right. So that is for controlling the rudder. So that's
you can do some air drifting.
Yeah, so that's what an airline actually uses when it's turning is they're using the rudder as opposed to hitting the wheel.
This is sick. Like, first of all, I need to play Ace Combat 7.
It's so good.
And then I could totally use this for like Elite Danger or something like that. But
I wonder if it's backwards compatible with the PS3.
I don't know. It's just a USB.
It's just a USB,
Yeah.
and so many of the peripherals are backwards compatible with PS3. Like, the fight sticks are all backwards compatible. So I think I might have to find copies of all, like, some of the old Ace Combat games.
Man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I can tell that this does not take use of the trackpad. Because there's no trackpad button.
Oh, yeah, no, there's not.
Because no games do.
That's all right.
That's one of the dumbest things Sony ever did. Damn trackpad.
It was a good idea. Like, it's cool for maps and stuff. Like, to use your finger to look around
I can
maps.
also just hit like the select button on my Xbox One controller.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you have the map up, you can still like use your finger on the trackpad to kind of like move around and pinpoint stuff that you want.
That's beautiful.
It's so nice. I love it. And then it'll come apart if you want to have.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. A little bit of a different thing. So, if you're like wanting to relive your F-18 experiences, where the throttle is going to be over to your left-hand side, and then the joystick is...
And that was $60 on Newegg, huh?
It was $60 this past weekend on Newegg with a discount code.
See, I remember having a flight stick for TIE Fighter back in the day. 'Cause I played a lot of TIE Fighter on the PC, and that game was fun with the flight stick. But I could definitely use a new upgraded rig for things like Elite Dangerous and what have you. So
I wonder what this would be like trying to play Zone of the Ender's Second Runner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
In VR especially. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm not a big VR guy, but Ace Combat, I'm telling you, that is the game that would make me say, I need a VR. I need a VR like I need oxygen.
You know, Oculus Quest is a thing for $300, which is very consumer friendly and comes with all the stuff you need for Oculus Rift.
Yeah, so our buddy Golfing Buffalo has been talking up the Oculus VR like hardcore ever since he saw that like a couple of days ago.
No, I'm not sure if that game on PC has Oculus support, but I know it has PSVR support. But I'm someone who's an early Oculus adopter, and I'm glad that we're finally getting a new wave of people into Oculus because there's some great stuff in VR.
So he's blown away because it's wireless and it's much more acceptable. Hey Kiko, what's up?
Good to see you.
So anyway, Buffalo is blown away because this is a wireless thing. It's only $2.99, so it's much more accessible. And he's like, "Oh man, that is where VR needs to go." And he's absolutely right. That is where VR needs to go. That's been the two barriers to VR have been all the crazy wires.
Yes.
And then the price tag is ridiculous. I can't believe that Valve is actually trying to put out this new, what is it called? I can't think of the name.
Oh, it's the Index.
Thank you. I can't believe they're trying to put out this Index thing, and it's like $1,000.
$1,000.
That is so stupid. What are they thinking?
Yeah, this is insane.
What is Valve thinking right now? Epic Game Store is no joke.
Yeah.
It is no joke. Valve can't just rest on their laurels and be like, "Oh, well, we're the big dogs. We've been here for almost 20 years. We're going to be fine." You're not going to... There's no guarantee that you're going to be fine. Sears thought they were going to be fine, and then they're gone.
This worries me a bit because it's... people need to start taking Epic Game Store seriously because it's, while the interface is not great on Epic Game Store, it's really hard to just do. There's no basic search function. I'm like, why?
Wow.
But I think Valve is going to need to do something drastic, and that something drastic to me is Half-Life 3.
Absolutely. I agree with you entirely. Valve's got to get back into the games business.
But going back to the Oculus Quest, having it being wireless is huge because even, it's hard to have an Oculus setup because there are so many wires involved. Just out of the headset, there are at least two. One for the USB and one for the HDMI to plug into your graphics card. Then you have the two lighthouse towers for your Oculus, your touch controllers. There's two more USB ports taking those up. But just off your head, having at least two wires, it's kind of insane. But I will say, those Oculus touch controllers are awesome. They feel fantastic in your hands, and it makes the whole experience so much better. So nice. Oculus Quest should be a big success for them.
So what's the deal with what's compatible with Oculus Quest? Is it that any VR game is compatible with it?
And anything in the Oculus Store, and there's a lot of things that are on Steam and Epic Games.
Gotcha. So it's dependent on what your computer is doing.
Right. Which is great. That the whole idea of not having wires means you can move freely around your room, of course, being in view of the lighthouses. But I'm not going to pick it up because it's kind of expensive, and I have other things to spend money on at the time. But that's really cool.
Here's my thing. With it being wireless, is that going to cause little instances of latency?
We'll see. We'll see when I starts getting in consumer hands and see what that brings. But obviously, hopefully not. But we'll see. Okay. But anyway,
we'll keep going there.
Yeah, moving on from that. My gaming stuff from the past week. Now that I've kind of been streaming a lot more, I posted the clip on the social medias of me playing around a Tekken one-handed.
Because you were taking a phone call. Let's go ahead and put that out there.
Yeah, I got a phone call because it was a job opportunity. I was like, okay, I better take this because I don't want to miss this opportunity.
Right.
I'm in the middle of an online match of Tekken 7.
You can't drop that.
Right. And so I'm like...
Street cred involved.
I'm like, all right, I'll mute myself. So I'm like, okay, round is starting. So I'm taking the phone call while I'm playing one-handed, trying to block, and I won the round.
That's awesome.
Which is insane. So the clip is up on the Twitch channel, and the clip is up on Twitter and what have you. But
yeah, it's on your Twitter page.
It was... Luckily, the person playing against was pretty spammy, so I just had to, hit my auto combos, and I got through it. But And then I lost the rest of the match. Just 'cause I actually was trying too hard the rest of the match, so I lost it. But I'm pretty proud of myself. But I've been playing a whole lot over the past week or so. I'm still really high on the Division 2, and the game is still fantastic. They just put raids in there.
Oh, nice.
So I definitely want to check that out. And just 8-person raids. You got a pretty high level though to do those. So
that's Ubisoft's thing, man. They're gonna keep building on that game, and it's just gonna keep going.
And that will influence Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I imagine to a certain point too.
Yeah.
So I booted up some Ghost Recon Wildlands just to kind of play through that again. That game is still a lot of fun.
Nice.
What else I've been doing? Let Us Slay the Spire. Dead Cells had a recent free DLC come out.
Saw that.
Overwatch Anniversary took place starting yesterday.
Yeah, that's ongoing.
The 3-year anniversary for Overwatch was yesterday.
Wow, I can't believe it's been 3 years.
And so I tried playing it. The only problem is that whatever happened with the update has made the game run like complete dog shit on my computer.
Really?
I was playing it last week from my placement matches, which I did horribly at, but it ran very, very smooth, and the update took, and now it runs like complete ass.
Wow.
Which sucks. But on a stroke of good luck, they released some of the new exclusive skins. And there's one that I really, really, really wanted, and it's the Winston skin. Because he's a freaking gargoyle, and like the horn is busted off. He looks badass. I got my one loot crate for logging in for the anniversary.
Sure.
I got the Winston skin.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, yes!
Nice.
The one I really, really wanted.
God, I have not played that game in so long. I gotta throw that disc back in.
It is still so good.
So, I am confident that Overwatch, like, that's gonna be the big Nintendo third-party reveal at E3.
I think so, too. I think it makes so much sense to have Overwatch on Switch.
Here's my thing. Do you think Switch could run it at 60 frames per second?
You have to. You'd have to knock the resolution down by a lot.
Okay. Would you be okay though? Would you be okay if they did it at 30 frames per second?
Would I be okay with it? No.
Really?
I think Overwatch has to be 60 frames.
I don't know. I
function properly.
think it would be okay at 30 frames, but I wouldn't want crossplay.
Yeah, that May skin is pretty intense.
Which is the May thick skin?
Yeah, they it's a great looking skin, but people of course freaking out because she's got extra curves. Yeah, do a quick Google search for it.
You know it. All right, let's see.
I do love the Brigitte as well. I think it made like a Riot Squad get up, which is kind of cool.
May thick skin. God help us with what's going to come up here.
Yeah, turn safe search off. There you go. It's none of those skins.
Huh.
Do Overwatch and search for Honeydew. I think is that what the skins is called? Honeydew, I believe.
This it?
There you go. That's the skin.
Okay, let's take a look at this. See, I don't know. That looks like it's in line with what May has always looked like.
Yeah. You just see more thigh, and of course,
Yeah.
gamers go nuts. Oh my god!
I don't understand what's wrong with it.
We may have an early contender for waifu of the year there.
Yeah, well, she's gonna qualify.
Yeah.
I already have somebody I'm gonna nominate, but I don't want to tell you yet.
I'm a little concerned about that.
You
but
should
anyway,
be concerned.
I'm very concerned.
I'll tell you off.
They brought back all the limited edition events, so the Lucio Ball,
Nice.
all the single player or all the co-op content like the Storm Rising and what have you, so you can get those skins as well. So basically every loot box, every skin is now back in play. You can unlock during this event. It goes through June, I think middle of June, I believe it goes till. So
I'll have to give that one a play real quick.
other news that kind of jumped out to me this week was some gaming related stuff for television shows, because PlayStation Productions has greenlit a TV show based off of Twisted Metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we can see everyone's favorite serial killer, Sweet Tooth, on some sort of TV screen.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. Because that franchise has needed something, and this might hopefully cause what I would love, like a Twisted Metal Black 2 or something like that. Because I do really appreciate Twisted Metal for what it was, because it was huge back in the 90s. It was huge on the PS1. At least the first 2 games. 3 and 4, I think they switched to 989, and everything that they made was garbage.
Okay.
So the first 2 games were great. Twisted Metal Black was amazing. And then even the PS3 game I actually really enjoyed.
What's up, Minecraft 3R 2007? Hello to you, joining us on Mixer.
But yeah, that franchise, I think, needed something. And I think a rebirth of Twisted Metal would be great. So hopefully this TV show can maybe bring some attention back to a franchise that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That's kind of the natural progression to put it as a TV show. There's a lot of cool stuff they could do. Mm-hmm. What else could they do gameplay-wise? Right now we're talking about the Twisted Metal TV show. Sony Studios apparently
PlayStation Productions has greenlit a Twisted Metal TV show.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for following on
you.
Mixer.
We're drinking water today, Dave. I don't know how to react with us drinking water on the stream.
It's a poison, isn't it?
Well, I had a little beer yesterday, so I'm actually.
Yeah, that's probably good then. Well, you gotta pace yourself, because Memorial Day weekend is like it's on the horizon.
We got a 3-day weekend coming up, and so I gotta go get some whiskey.
Plus, I'm out of beer, so.
Oh, there's the actual underlying cause there. But.
Oh man, I would love to see Twisted Metal come back. I'm just not sure, like, how much further they can kind of push that genre.
Because David Jaffe kind of spearheaded the one on PS3.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were complaining that it got kind of too graphic. And a lot of those cutscenes were very graphic.
Okay.
He went full on David Jaffe with those. And I think we're in different society now. We're in a different era of gaming. So you can make car combat. You just got to make sure you don't push the line too far, because now I don't know. I hope it does come back, because I do love Twisted Metal.
We've talked about this before, how it would be cool if you had like a vehicular car combat game that was in the vein of Fortnite.
Sure.
There's one that's out there now. I think it's called Rex, or maybe I might be incorrect on that. But they announced a beta during the kind of funny showcase that took place at the Game Awards. Mm-hmm. So I got to play that beta. And it just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I still feel like there is a way to make Battle Royale car combat fun. And I think Twisted Metal would be a perfect candidate to try and do that. See, I think what needs to happen is you got to start off on foot. You got to start off the match on foot. Okay. And then it's a frantic rush to find a vehicle.
Right.
Maybe vehicles are a little bit more scarce, and then it's just like you have this like plethora of different vehicle types.
Plethora.
Right.
A plethora.
I do say it like it's an animal.
You do say a plethora. It's like it's a medical.
I got attacked by a plethora.
I think it's more of a medical term.
Yes, my plethora is swollen.
Plethora is aching. Oh. No. Anyway,
no, but if they did like a battle royale car combat game, I say you start off on foot.
Sure.
You have to go find a car.
Okay.
You can get weapons while on foot.
Right, find upgrades around
the
fort,
but the cool weapons are on the car.
Okay.
And you can still upgrade your car weapons and stuff like that.
All right, tell me more. How do you get loot boxes involved? Tell me more. I need to know how I can spend money on loot boxes.
You just put loot boxes in. No. Okay, so maybe you find so maybe hidden on the map randomly are like keys, like car keys.
Ah, okay.
And then it's like if you find a car key, then you get to open a loot box.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Or you can spend real money.
You can spend real money. And then the loot boxes have like all sorts of cool like car customizations and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Make them game breaking too. But yes.
Well, no, they don't have to be game breaking. They can just be cosmetic.
I'm
like
being facetious.
What could you do? Like Sweet Tooth. How could you customize that?
And different skins of the car. Different skins of the ice cream truck.
The car. Like put fins on the ice cream truck.
Different color flames for his head. Now, Twisted Metal 1 and 2, I think, are just fantastic games. And even the PS3 one, I really enjoyed the PS. I want to go back and play that PS3 one. So,
upgrade your car protection.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
Like you could upgrade like Sweet Tooth, like on the vehicle upgrade, like his hairdo and stuff like that.
Different horns for the car.
Yeah.
You get
Oh, that would be sweet. See, there's so many different ways to do this. Twisted Metal as a battle royale would be so awesome. It just prints money, dude.
I thought that H1Z1 tried a combat focused or a vehicle focused battle royale mode. There's also one I want to say it's like called Grav Rush. It's it's an indie game. It's also kind of like a car battle royale over the top game. But I would love what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's all about the problem with this other game that I played, and I wish I could remember the name of it. But the problem with this other game is like the car physics didn't feel right, and that's what Twisted Metal has to do.
Right.
If it were to be a battle royale game, you got to get the car physics right. And one thing that's essential, you got to have like a quick turn button. You got to have like a quick 180 like power slide button.
Sure.
To turn yourself around.
Hit that Resident
Evil. Minecraft 2007. He'd buy it.
Hit that RE4 button and flip around 180. Right?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yep. Okay. Print it. Okay. Now we don't make games. So
I know, that's the problem.
We're going to pass this on to some of our developer friends and say, hey, go ahead and make this, and we'll see you at EVO next year. Because that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Either Twisted Metal or Vigilante 8, something like that.
Vigilante 8 would be great. I would rather do Twisted Metal because it's got all of those great characters.
It's got more of a name value, for sure.
Right. But either one, who made Vigilante 8?
That was... Ooh.
Because that was a good game,
I've got my copy of that on Dreamcast.
Oh, wow.
Vigilante 8 was done by Vicarious Visions on the Game Boy Color. What? Luxaflux and Activision.
Okay. Oh, Activision. There you go. If there's any company that can bring this to fruition, it's Activision. If there's any company that can put their hands in our pockets with those loot boxes, it's Activision, man.
For sure.
Oh, man.
Outside of Twisted Metal news, I also had heard, and I pull this up here as well, that a Just Cause movie was in the works.
I don't know why.
Getting a movie adaptation from the writer of John Wick.
Wow. Some producer's kid got like a few $1 million allowance, and he's like, I'm gonna make Just Cause the movie.
Yeah. So.
Okay, we'll call you Minecraft then. Thank you.
But yeah, it's trying to see if I can pull this up here. So, trying to get the so Derek Kolstad, who created John Wick, they penned him to write the script for Just Cause, and I'm kind of with you. I don't really know why, because
I guess it would be cool. I'll be frank, I haven't played a Just Cause game. I should actually download Just Cause 4 since it's on Game Pass.
Yeah,
well, I still have that trial
on my hard drive forever. I did play some Just Cause 3, and I did really enjoy that. But those games are just kind of mindless fun. Like they're nothing special. But I shouldn't say nothing special. They're fun games, but they're not on the higher echelon of video game franchise to make movies out of,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But you know what? That might be good for that movie, because if you are on that upper tier, then there are so many more expectations that a fan is going to have. Like fans have a lot of expectations going into Sonic. You're absolutely right. Or like the Assassin's Creed movie, which didn't do very well.
Yeah, which is sad.
Or like the Lara Croft movie. Like, there's a lot of expectations, but if you have something like Just Cause, which is a mid-tier and doesn't have people who are that passionate about, oh, I need to know everything about Just Cause lore, you've got to get this just right, then you've got a lot more freedom to make a movie.
Yeah.
A good movie.
I was on YouTube watching some stuff, and a big trailer came across saying, Just Cause 4 Spring Update. I'm like, they make the game good? So... it's like, oh, you can blow up bridges now. Like,
nice.
Why? It's stuff that you'd expect to be in the full game. So it's like, okay, cool.
Huh.
I don't know.
Let me jump back a little bit, talk about monetization and microtransactions.
Yes,
I saw that the Mario Kart Tour beta is now going on for iOS and Android devices. Mm-hmm. So this one...
If Keanu Reeves and Robert Rodriguez, Rico Rodriguez.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd buy that for sure.
I'll tell you what movie that I'm excited about. If I could just go off on a tangent for a second here.
Yes, go ahead.
Rambo 5.
Are they making another Rambo?
They are making another Rambo.
Okay.
It's Rambo 5 Last Blood. It's out this fall. I'm stoked. I don't know anything about this, but all I know is that Rambo's back. Last mission. Let's go.
Was that last Rambo movie the one that just called Rambo? Was that any good?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But in preparation for Rambo 5, I went down to my local half-price books and I found it. The Rambo complete movie DVD set. All 4 Rambos like on one disc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you,
like
and,
$8.
And you got it?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I clutched it to my bosom.
Good call.
Yes. So anyway, I'm excited for Rambo.
It was weird that it was called. It was it Rambo First Blood, and then because it was called First Blood.
Yeah, and then Rambo the second First Blood Part 2.
First Blood Part 2. Yeah.
Then Rambo,
and then Rambo
3, and then just
and
Rambo.
Then Rambo. God damn it!
Yeah.
It's like the Rocky movies, like Rocky 1 through 5, and then Rocky Balboa.
Minecraft. I can't wait for Joker.
I'm excited.
Absolutely,
for Joker.
that looks like a sweet movie.
It does. Joaquin Phoenix is very creepy, and
he's so good, dude.
He is, and there's a good scene of him with Bruce Wayne, which I'm like, oh, he's targeting Bruce Wayne.
If anybody's can pull off the Joker as well as Heath Ledger, it's Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Signs, man. Signs is still one of my favorite movies.
Is it really?
Yeah,
okay.
I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Mario Kart.
Mario Kart beta, yes.
All I was gonna say is that Nintendo seems to be going full monetization, microtransactions. The investors that I talk to and follow seem to be really happy about this. I don't know how the public is gonna go. So like, characters, you have to unlock characters. You can pay to unlock characters and stuff like that.
Can you unlock them in game?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think there's special, like each character has a special item that they can use.
Okay.
So there's a lot. It's Nintendo going full monetization on this one.
Yeah, not surprising, I guess.
Very uncharacteristic of Nintendo.
When's that supposed to come out?
I don't think that there's an official release date. Okay. It looks like graphically, it looks kind of lackluster to me. I'm just gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out, because it feels like they're catering less towards the fans and more towards the trends and what some of the investors want to see.
If you're gonna play Mario Kart, you're playing on the Switch anyway. So I don't know if it's meant to be for Nintendo fans or maybe just for people who want to play games on their phone.
I think it's more towards people who want to play games on their phones.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Nintendo fans react when this game comes out.
Right. Has Nintendo really had a good mobile game? I mean, there was that Fire Emblem Heroes did all right for them.
I think that did very well for them, actually.
And I know Super Mario Run was... that has kind of fallen off the map at this point.
It's fallen off the map, but I thought that earned a ton of money at the time.
Because it was their first big... It's Mario on your iPhone. I know Animal Crossing, that Get Camp, whatever the heck that is called, that never really took off.
Which is crazy, because if there's any game that should be a mobile game, it's Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but not in this state though. It was like it had to you made like your summer camp. It wasn't like a full on the Animal Crossing. It was some weird, mutated version of it.
See, that's the thing. If I were Nintendo, I would move Animal Crossing off the Switch. I'd say forget it. It doesn't need to be on the Switch.
It does.
No. I would make it a mobile game. I would just make it a full-on mobile game.
Yeah.
Yeah, PUBG is mobile.
Fortnite's mobile.
There's that Call of Duty mobile game coming out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the version that'll end up on Switch someday.
Sure.
The mobile one.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Nintendo needs to have a good mobile game, and we'll see. It sounds like Mario Kart might not be the one for it though.
Which is crazy, because of all their stuff right now, that's the candidate. That would be the best candidate. Is Mario Kart.
Yep.
Because we've already done Mario. We could do a Mario Run too, but I don't know how you're going to monetize that.
Yeah.
The way that so many people want them to. They're doing Animal Crossing on the Switch, and they've already done an Animal Crossing mobile game.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal mobile would
please.
be. Yeah, that could be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I still think though, if you did if you do it like a battle royale game, if you do it like Apex Legends or something like that,
I love that thought.
If you do it like that, I think it's gonna print money.
I love that thought. Another franchise that may be coming to movies, or actually is in development. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic movie is in the works.
I have heard that.
Yes.
I've heard that for several months. Yes.
So no release date's known, and the movie hasn't been confirmed by Lucasfilm. But
Hey.
according to the report, the script is being written by Laeta Kalogridis, who is known for her script work on Alexander and Shutter Island, among other projects.
Here's the thing. What else does that portend? Maybe a remake?
Maybe a remake of Knights of the Republic?
Yeah.
Very good. Justin in chat. What up, Justin?
Hey, what's up, Justin?
Mortal Kombat reboot movie was announced, starring...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Starring film in South Australia in June. James Wan is directing. Good, as someone who loves his Mortal Kombat.
I know.
And I'm not sure if you knew this, but maybe I told you already that the voice actor for Shang Tsung in MK11 is the actor from the movie.
I think you did tell me
which
that.
I think is fantastic. So,
by the way, what's up, Ivan, Informer Freak? How you doing? Good to see ya.
And so many video game movies that hopefully are good and hopefully don't need the Sonic treatment. Well, let's just go back and redo all of this. Sorry.
I'm wondering how that redesign of Sonic is going to look, because they actually said, okay, we get it. He looks terrible. We're going to go back to the drawing board and redesign
it can't look any worse. DC Universe Online is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yay!
That game has been out for quite some time.
Yeah.
I've been playing on PS3. That's coming out for the Switch.
That's cool. That's a good game to bring over.
I think so. It's good to see that game is still doing well.
Yeah.
That game is a lot of fun, actually.
I remember downloading that my first day that I had the PlayStation 4. I signed in and played it for a little bit, and I said, I don't want to play this anymore.
It is free to play. Telltale Games catalog is being pulled from Good Old Games.
Oh. Wow.
And Ivan's going to get some sleep now. Don't be sorry for sleeping.
Yeah, no worries. It's probably... What time is it in Spain right now?
Oh, it's at least, what, if it's like our time. Jack and Dexter reboot. I would love a new Jack and Dexter game.
Ooh, that would be sweet. But here's the thing. Who would do the Jack and Dexter reboot? Would Naughty Dog still do it, or would they farm it out?
Hey, Naughty Dog would do it.
Yeah.
Because Last of Us 2 is done. When that gets done.
I don't think that's done. I think
when it does get done.
I don't know. I don't know if they would want to do with Jack and Daxter.
Razer is closing the Ouya store, so that console is basically now defunct. I still have that copy.
3:40
in the morning.
a.m. Oh my
Yikes.
gosh, this guy is putting in the hours. Ivan, get some sleep, my friend.
Yes, Ivan.
Thanks for popping in for a couple minutes, though. I appreciate it.
Riot Games and Tencent are working on a League of Legends mobile game.
That's big. That's probably where all the resources for the rumored League of Legends fighting game went.
Yeah, to the mobile version of League of Legends.
I really hope that that's a real thing. The
fighting game. I hope so too.
That would be. There's a lot of fertile soil for a good fighting game there. What else was out?
Our good buddy Ruts had informed me that Atlas announced a new Persona game. It was called Persona 5 Scramble, and it's Persona meets Dynasty Warriors. And
that's what the Persona 5S thing was.
Right.
That was, they announced that a while ago.
And that is coming out in the States in 2020.
So that's a prediction I got wrong.
For PS4 and Switch. And then...
That's part of the prediction that I got right.
I think Persona 5 Royal is coming out in Japan this year.
Yeah, and then US next year. Yeah. What was I going to say here?
Who knows?
Oh, I saw a rumor last week about... on NeoGAF, somebody posted a rumor that Conquer was coming back this year. And I don't know, for the past several years, I've been convinced that Conquer was coming back.
You were dead set a couple of years ago on Conquer coming back.
I have not put it in any of my predictions this year.
Because if you do, we'll get a Lucky's Tale 2 or something like that.
We will. Oh my god. I still think that there's a good chance that it's happening, and if it does happen, it's happening from Volition Studios.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
I can't say I'm not as certain about Conquer anymore.
And speaking of Volition, I was watching some coverage of Saints Row the Third on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because it was like, why of all the game, why is that? There are just random games popping on the Switch, and that's a random game to put on the Switch, but it's the best in the Saints Row series. But I'm thinking, like, boy, I would love a new Saints Row. But at the same time, a lot of that team is not there anymore. Because Ages of Mayhem was garbage. and
Yeah.
and it's because a lot of that team who made Saints Row are not there anymore. So while I would love a new Saints Row, in Volition's current state, I don't think I do want one.
Well, I got to wonder what they're working on, and like I said, I have a hunch if anybody's doing it, it's not going to be Rare, it's Volition. This all goes back to, do you remember the wrestler Ken Anderson?
Yes.
So a few years ago,
yeah, it's the specter of Lucky's Tale.
It was the worst day of my life, Justin.
Hanging
It
over
was
our
the
head.
worst.
Yeah, we felt it, yes.
So,
yes, Ken Kennedy, who became Ken Anderson, yes.
Mister. So anyway, a few years ago,
Concussion.
he tweeted about having a voice recording session for an upcoming video game
Right.
starring a beloved squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
And he thanked his good buddy, whose name escapes me at the moment, who worked at Volition Studios, for hooking him up with the opportunity.
Right.
So we have not seen or heard of any beloved squirrel games besides Super Lucky Tail, and
Yeah.
Ken Anderson was not in Super Lucky Tail.
True.
Mister! So anyway, that is the impetus for my being convinced that Conquer is a real deal and that it's coming from Volition. So I think this was like 3 years ago that he posted this tweet.
Sure.
So I don't know. Maybe it's ready for prime time.
I think Conquer can play in this generation. I think a good Conquer
I
game.
think so too.
But the humor has to be right, sort of like a Duke Nukem. Like
Right.
You live and die based on the humor, because that game is all about the humor. And if it's not good, then the rest of the game doesn't matter.
Nope, you're absolutely right.
Which is kind of why Duke
but
Nukem
I think
flopped.
Volition is a good squirrel simulator.
You know, I wouldn't put it past them. The guys who made Goat Simulator could make Squirrel Simulator.
That would be a cool VR game.
You know, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, like, gather your resources and stuff for winter. Avoid predators. Like, does this human really want to feed me something, or does he want to put me in a
Why
cage?
does he have a shovel?
Yeah. I can see playing Squirrel Simulator.
Some developer some developer needs to hire us so we can sit here on the couch and come up with games for the make. Okay, go.
Yep.
Make the game, my
game
minions.
development think tank.
Make the game, my minions.
Now I've lost track of.
We're talking about Conquer.
Oh, so anyway, Volition would be, I mean, given their work on the Saints Row series, I think a Conquer game with that level of humor would be great.
Sure, but again, what's the state of Volition right now? Because, like I said, that team that made Saints Row was pretty much non-existent, and they tried Agents of Mayhem, and it was garbage. So, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, THQ Nordic working on 80 games right now.
80 games, dude! Wow, they have THQ Nordic has become. They are becoming a European powerhouse.
It's good to see that THQ name back again. It's good to see that, and
we're getting Time Splitters.
I know we are.
We're getting Time Splitters, dude. That's gonna be so good.
Speaking of the Time Splitters franchise, I know there are people. There's a game that just came out recently called American Fugitive, and that has some people who've worked on Time Splitters involved in it, and it's actually quite good.
Right, there was a game where you played a flying squirrel. He's right.
And there was that Eagle Flight that Ubisoft put out for
that
was basically using an eagle, which I do own. I haven't played, but yeah, it's been kind of, the gaming news right now is kind of at a standstill.
Well, the biggest thing that happened last week was this announcement that Sony and Microsoft are gonna cooperate. So Sony's basically gonna use Microsoft's Azure platform for streaming now.
Right.
Their cloud infrastructure. So Microsoft basically has won the console war.
Yeah, at this point, like, oh, you need our help now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Yep. So Sony's streaming off of their platform, and Nintendo and Microsoft seem to be holding hands a lot. So,
I tell you, Microsoft has figured out how this online gaming and this streaming stuff has worked.
That's crazy.
And Sony couldn't do it with the PS Now, because that was crap. And
it was not good at all.
Nintendo and Internet are two different worlds right now. So we'll see. Do you want to quickly dive into the Mario Maker stuff while we got Nintendo?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because they put out a direct. Was it last week?
It was last week.
About a 15-minute direct.
Yep.
About Mario Maker 2. And as someone who cannot wait for it already, I'm now even more stoked for it.
What stood out to you?
Well, making slopes, Super Mario 3 slopes.
Slopes are needed,
which is
yes.
fun. The fact that you can draw paths for blocks.
Yeah.
And kind of program them to run a certain pattern, I think can cause some very very devious maneuvers.
That's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, it is. The multiplayer stuff has me interested. So they have either co-op or competitive multiplayer. So you can jump in, up to 4 players can play, and in co-op mode, if one of you beats the map, everyone wins. It beats the map. If you're competitive, obviously the first one does it, kind of like trials. First one gets the points, and you kind of move on from there. Kind of a competition on that. Also, you can co-op create. So multiple people can be sitting there on the same Switch and help create the level together.
Ooh.
Which is really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
But here's my biggest thing.
Yes.
When they added Super Mario 3D World.
Yes.
They went all out on it. It's labeled its own separate section.
Uh-huh.
And I'll get to that in a second because something jumped out at me there. But they went all in on Super Mario 3D Land with the Cat Mario, with all the different beasts and different stuff you have in there. I might not use that one a whole lot because for me it's Super Mario 1, it's 3, and it's World. Those are kind of the main ones that I care about the most.
What I noticed about that was it didn't seem to be in the isometric view. It seemed to be a side-scrolling view.
Everything is side-scrolling.
Which is great because I hated the isometric view of Mario 3D World.
Okay, gotcha. And they put the auto-scroll stuff in there, which don't make... Auto-scroll levels are the garbage, don't make those. But you can make them actually go up as opposed to just over. You can make them like an airship level, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, and secret room. So you can actually stop the scroll at a certain point.
Yep.
So you can't see beyond, because before it would just the screen would just go, so you can kind of see ahead. Well, you can make it stop at a certain point, so you can make secret worlds or not show them what's ahead, which is kind of cool. The biggest thing is that they put Super Mario 3D World in its own section marked extra game modes. Extra game modes is plural.
Yep, and there's like a huge space.
Huge spot for it. So I'm guaranteeing on this show right now.
Whoa.
Super Mario Brothers 2 is coming to Mario Maker 2.
I think you're right, man. Because it does have to be its own separate type of game mode since it's so absolutely different.
There are so many different things with the potions and the flipped worlds and stuff, and the birdos and stuff like that. I think it deserves its own extra game mode. But
I'll throw this thought at you. What if instead of Mario Brothers 2, what if it was Paper Mario?
That would be fantastic as well.
I think that would be too tough to do.
I think as far as the combat would be, because Paper Mario's combat was the Mario and Luigi combat.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird. Level objectives, that'll make some interesting levels for sure. I mean, even like the level objective stuff was kind of cool. So it's like you have to, defeat all the enemies in the level or collect a certain amount of coins to earn those quest things, which is a kind of a cool idea. But yeah, I am super excited for this.
It looks so good.
I'm so excited for Mario Maker 2. I cannot wait. My only concern is basic functionality, because with the Wii U, you had the screen and you had the gamepad you can draw on to make that. Well, if I'm streaming, the Switch has to be in the dock, and so I'm creating it with the controller. Which might be garbage. So the actual...
Well, you could probably use the controller as a pointer, but it's still not going to be good as like doing it as a stylus.
Right. I do also hope, they didn't show it in the Direct, I kind of hope that it comes with the stylus.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would definitely be nice. I don't know if it will, though.
I don't think so, but luckily I have like 5 or 6 DSs in my place. I can use those. But yeah, it's just going to suck when you have to have the Switch docked, because I'm going to stream the hell out of this.
And that's going to be the big thing. That game is going to shoot up the streaming charts
absolutely
so quickly.
It's just going to be hard to get that pinpoint accuracy with the controller.
Yep, you're absolutely right. But it's going to be so much fun, and there's just like ample ground for creators and for content creators who want to stream and do YouTube videos and stuff. So there's so much. It looks, and it's shaping up to be such a robust package. So much more than what the original Mario Maker was, which was a good package. I had a lot of fun with that.
If you watch that, they're putting so much stuff into that 15 minutes. Like, it's insane how much stuff they're throwing into this.
Yep.
Now, of course, you'll need Nintendo Online, I assume, to play online to upload your content.
Yes, if you want to upload or download your content, you gotta have Nintendo Online. Oh, I thought it was cool that they put like a story mode in this game too.
Yes, thank you. So story mode, actually, you're building up the Mushroom Kingdom by collecting coins, but it's what's doing is basically showing you Nintendo curated levels just to kind of give you ideas for making your own levels. And I think that's great because they are putting so many new things in there. It's good to see them kind of in practice by the professionals. There's just so many cool... Oh, and I should mention the desert layout, which is fantastic looking, and the Angry Sun.
Oh, yeah. The Angry Sun's back, and then they've got, like, the moon as well, which plays tricks on you.
So you can make night levels, which I think is great, because I loved those in the first Mario Brothers. Just it looks so cool at night. But yeah, having, like, if you're underground, it's actually, like, turned around, or... like the anti-gravity or something like that. If you have and if you hit the moon, like it nukes everybody on the screen basically.
Yes.
So I think there's a lot of really cool things. That desert stuff has me interested because not only do you have the Angry Sun, but you have like the updrafts. You can go flying with the wind and stuff. I think if when people start getting good with those tools, there'll be some amazing levels. With this.
I really cannot wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. It's June 28th.
Plus, it was really fun with the original Mario Maker. It was really fun watching some of these YouTubers just like play these crazy levels and fail over and over again.
Skip it. Yep. I know they had I don't think it's the 100 Marios. I think it's like some other version of the 100 Mario challenge. But I hope there's amiibo support again because I loved having those mushrooms that will turn you into other characters. That was kind of neat. And just if you have Twitch Prime, you can get 3 months. So Nintendo Switch Online for free. In a few days, I'll give it another 9 months for free. And if you already have Switch Online, they'll stack on top of your existing membership. Free is good, especially with something that doesn't work as well, like Nintendo Online.
But free is good. And I gotta tell you, Justin, that I signed up for Nintendo Online because of that free 1-year thing with Amazon. I'm
betting a lot of people did.
Yep.
Because they probably all had a copy of Smash and went, oh, I can do online now.
Yep.
Experience this. I do still love Smash, even with the occasional lag.
I still haven't bought it.
It's still really good. But yeah, Mario Maker 2 looks fantastic. It's a day one purchase. I'm for sure. I hope it comes with the stylus. Would not be surprised if it doesn't, but it's going to be amazing.
Yep, I agree with you. And you're right, June 28th. But a few days before that, Samurai freaking Showdown.
1 day before that, Samurai freaking Showdown.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
What are we getting that on, PS4?
Oh, yeah, I'll get it on PS4.
All right, we're going to PS4.
Yep.
Because, dude, I'm so stoked for Sam Show.
I know, I'm so stoked for that. That's going to be so good.
Stoked for Sam Show.
Every trailer that I see, it just looks better and better and better.
That's kind of the one thing that I'm kind of bummed that we're not going to go to EVO for this year is to see Sam Show live on the stage. But we have things coming up financially, especially you getting married this year. We need
that's a little bit.
We need to take that into account.
Yeah.
But dude,
we'll go next year.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go to Combo Breaker next year.
We should.
Justin, what do you think? You want to go to Chicago next year? We'll go to Combo Breaker. Even if we don't go as press, we should just go as fans.
Yeah. And also, this November is Survivor Series in Chicago. We should go to Survivor Series in Chicago because I think CM Punk might come back.
No way.
Here's why I think this.
He's right.
And
Justin says Crash Team Racing, Samurai Showdown, Mario Maker 2 within 8 days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like Christmas week right there, dudes.
We are about a month away from that too. So here's why I think CM Punk's coming back.
Okay.
Because with Shane doing this whole best in the world thing.
Yeah.
Now the thank you, Minecraft.
Minecraft, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you later.
So Shane's doing this whole best in the world gimmick.
Yeah.
Because of the Saudi Arabia show last year. The lawsuit is done. Like it's over and done with. Survivor Series in Chicago. What if CM Punk just comes back and says, "Nah, I'm actually the best in the world"?
I can see it. I
don't think he's going to be an All Elite. Which, by the way, this weekend is Double or Nothing.
Oh, that's right. Oh, there's so much cool stuff happening, man.
Do you want to do something with that? We'll talk.
Yeah.
They also just announced on Twitter that Ty Dillinger, aka Sean Spears, is in the Battle Royale. So he's part of AEW now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I put that on Twitter. I was like, oh, it's Ty Dillinger is part of the All Elite Wrestling now.
I did not know
but yeah,
that.
Double Nothing is this weekend.
See, I didn't even hear that he had asked for his release.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Poor dude. Oh, I hope he gets his due.
I hope so, too. That dude's one of the best. One of the best. What else gaming-wise? Speaking of Nintendo Switch games, just in about next week, there's a game coming out that I have my eye on.
What's that?
Dave, how do you feel about Puzzle Fighter?
I never really got into Puzzle Fighter.
Great, good setup. So there's a game called Crystal Crisis.
Okay.
Coming out next week.
I mean, Puzzle Fighter, dude, if you took all the good days that I've ever had in my life and then, like, tried to stack them up against Puzzle Fighter, like, Puzzle Fighter, even in its diminutive form, still reigns supreme. Is that the setup you're looking for?
I wish it was a beer.
I know.
Anyway.
Fate of Silence. All right, you hang on just a second. We're going to get to Fate of Silence here. Tell us what Fate of Silence is all about while Jeff talks here.
Yes. So,
preach it, Jeff.
So Crystal Crisis is a puzzle fighter game.
Okay.
And it's a mashup of some French. So it's got like the Cave Story androids. It's got Astro Boy. It's got the La Mulana characters. It's got I'm missing a franchise here. It's killing me. Binding of Isaac, the baby that's in there.
Sweet.
And it's also voiced by Peter Cullen, a.k.a. Optimus Frickin' Prime.
What?
Is the announcer. And it is hella anime. The soundtrack is amazing. It's got online and offline. It's got ranked, everything. Crystal Crisis is straight up puzzle fighter and looks tremendous. I recommend it. $20 on Switch and PS4 on the 28th of this month.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
I keep checking out All Elite's Twitter account to see who's all in their all in. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Who's all part of their battle royale? And there's some names in that thing for sure.
Who do we got?
They just announced that Jungle Boy, which is the late Luke Perry's son, is involved in that.
Oh wow.
And there's a lot of great indie talent. The MJF is part of that, but basically been following the indie scene. Anybody who's anybody in the indie scene's been part of it. I know Neville, aka Pac, had to pull out of his match against Hangman Page.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And I think it's because he wanted to stay in Dragon Gate. But I guess Pac's just being a bastard about it. Like Pac's being a dick about it. But
why, man? This is an opportunity for you.
This is going to be huge, and I think we should definitely watch it at some point because
like a monster story game where you defeat monsters.
Huh.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Fate of Silence.
I'll have to check that out.
Is that out now or is that coming out? What night is AEW?
Is that Sunday? I think it's Sunday the 25th.
See, the problem is it's $50 to order it.
Is it?
Yeah. That's a little pricey for me.
Yeah, I know the pre-shows are free.
The pre-show is free, but if you want to see the actual meet.
And of course, they have the TV deal now with TNT.
That's crazy.
I think is great.
Yeah. Jericho talked about that on his podcast. Like, how crazy is that he's coming back to TNT after 20 years?
May 25th, which is Saturday, correct?
There we go. Yep, Saturday.
Thank you.
Coming out. We'll have to take a look at that. Fate of Silence. Huh. Very interesting. What do you think? Dean Ambrose, he's under Jon Moxley now.
Yes.
So is he in AEW or what's he doing?
I don't think they're officially said yet.
Is he just gonna show up and pull some?
That's why I think Hangman Page should go now. Is now that Pac kind of pulled out, what if it's Adam Page versus Jon Moxley?
All right, I'd be into that.
Like, I don't know, that'd be cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I don't see Moxley going back to CCW or anything like that. But
so getting back to your CM Punk theory, don't you feel that CM Punk is a little bit too principled, for lack of a better word, stubborn maybe, to go back to WWE after all of those problems? I know money talks,
sure. Yeah,
but to me it feels like CM Punk, if he's going to do anything, he's going to go to AEW, just because he would want to stick it to to WWE.
I mean, that would definitely, when you want to replace somebody, when you want to upgrade a match, it would you want to upgrade. And I think the ultimate upgrade for this would be if Hangman Page faced CM Punk. Like, that would be insane.
That would be insane.
Jack Swagger kind of flipped and said that Mox was in AEW on ESPN.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I figured.
And Dauntless just released. Dauntless did release on consoles, free to play, and completely cross-play and cross-progression.
We had to play that.
We've had that in our hands for quite some time.
We are dumb.
Because Dauntless is, the time that I've spent playing it is a lot of fun. So do something with that. Also, we have something planned for after the show. But anything else you want to get to while we're sitting here this week? Not much is happening. It's really
that's fine. Though. I want that calm before the storm. I don't want stuff leaking out for E3. I want to be surprised for E3.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have our speculations of what's going to happen. I put out my Microsoft thing a couple of weeks ago,
involving Mr. Dave Bowser.
Yep. So I put my predictions thing for Microsoft. I will get the Nintendo one done maybe tomorrow, but probably early next week it'll be out.
Are we going to do an official E3 prediction show?
We are. That's actually next week's show is our official E3 2019 prediction show. And then the week after that, which will actually be the week before E3, I think we're just going to play games and talk and give our hopes and dreams for E3 and basically just say, hey, share the stream because guess what? We are going to be simulcasting every major press event that happens during E3. So we're kicking off our coverage next week with our official predictions episode.
Right.
We're also going to do of course Sunday we're going to stream Microsoft's event. We're going to stream Bethesda's event. We're even going to stream Devolver's event.
Yes,
we've got Ubisoft, we've got Square Enix, we've got Nintendo Direct, of course. So all of those events we're going to cover. Yep. We're going to be doing our live reactions, watching along just with you, just hanging out, being dudes, enjoying video games, enjoying E3. That's what it's all about. So
I'm looking forward to E3 this year. Like there's so many variables in the air right now.
Yeah.
That being Google and Apple. And how will the big names react to these new incoming?
Plus next gen just hanging in
here.
the air like that moon from Majora's Mask, just hanging over everything.
Yeah, let's use a bad game as a reference. Sure.
I think Justin should probably join us next week for our prediction. Justin,
be our guest next week. I know you're happy that your Blues made the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
just
dude,
to lose
congrats.
the Bruins, hopefully. Look, I have no dog in the fight. I mean, my Penguins got swept by the Islanders in the first round. So,
anyway, so that's our plan for E3 2019. So we hope that you join us. We're not professional. We're not kind of funny, or
I think we're very funny.
Well, I mean, what I mean.
We'll have beers too. So
we'll have a lot of beer.
We'll get even funnier.
Yeah. So if you want to hang out and just interact with us, react with us. This is the place to be. Nerd Bacon. I did that. There's like no load to that hard time.
Load to the hard time. Hard time.
Okay, Justin asks, did you see the PS5 hardware load time reveal? Yes, I did. It's insane.
Yeah. I think that's gonna play very well with something like The Last of Us 2. Just to kind of keep you immersed in that world, and if that's going to end up being a launch title, which I'm going to go ahead and say it probably is, then that's going to be good for that game.
I think I'm trying to save up for Comic-Con because I'm 12. I want to take my family. Oh, that's cool. I haven't been to Comic-Con.
I would love to go to a proper Comic-Con.
Yeah,
like a proper a San Diego or even like a C2E2.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
The Wizard World in Des Moines was really fun.
Yeah, they stopped doing those because I guess it's Des Moines. So
they're skipping this year, but they said they're going to be back for next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met some awesome people over the Wizard World. I got to meet Jason David Frank, the White Ranger.
Yeah.
And I got to meet Damian Clark, who's the voice of Handsome Jack. I got to chat with him for a little bit, and he's a super cool dude. He also did some work in Dragon Ball. He was the voice of Cell in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z.
Sure.
So he's a really cool dude. So I can't wait to see more. I was standing in the same spot as like equidistant from William Shatner and Billy D. Williams, and there's Lando and there's Kirk, like right at the same distance. And I guess I have friends who do security for that and said Billy D's kind of a dick. So,
well, he'll probably die in episode 9 anyway.
Wow.
Because they're killing off all the
take that
old guard.
Rise of Skywalker, Fall of Lando. I don't know. I didn't actually meet the guy, so I can't say it for a fact.
I'm not gonna go on another Star Wars tangent.
Yeah.
We all know my feelings in episode 8.
I recently played some Street Fighter V, and that game is still garbage. Anyway.
God, I want Street Fighter V to be good.
Oh, I want a Street Fighter game.
Actually just teased that there would be some Street Fighter V news maybe in August, so EVO.
Hopefully it's, here's... Okay, while we're here. I think that, first of all, Tekken gets another season. And
I'd be fine with that.
I think this next Tekken season should be Street Fighter themed. Because if we're not gonna get Tekken Cross Street Fighter proper, then at least give me some DLC that involves Street Fighter
I would
characters.
be fine with that. I also wish that there would be a sale on Season 2 DLC for Combo Breaker this weekend, but I don't think I'm going to get it. That's okay, though. Because I really want that Season 2 pass.
I'm getting pretty decent at Eddie Gordo. I'm enjoying my time with Eddie Gordo online.
I'm trying to learn King a little bit more. I don't know why. I just like King.
Yeah.
I love the idea of the multi-part throw.
Yeah.
It's fascinated me for 20 years, ever since Tekken 3, when I first learned, oh, wait a second, you could do more with his throws than just like the one throw. You can like stack throws on top of that.
You always know the first time you do it on RDC when you do that rolling death cradle. You remember the first time for sure.
Yep.
Have a wonderful night, Minecrafter.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining in, and be sure to hang out with us and join us for our E3 coverage in a few weeks.
I think I might be falling off the MK11 bandwagon. Because I tried to play online and I'm just getting worked now. I'm like, okay, am I at the point now of another game where I just can't do it anymore? Because I was doing okay. I was winning over half my matches with Cabal. But I'm like, okay, people are getting good.
Right.
I don't have time to keep up with them.
Yep. So I feel like I can always hang in those first couple of weeks, and then after that...
Yeah, but Tekken I can still hang, even one-handed.
I have not actually tried to play Mortal Kombat Online yet.
Yeah.
I've hardly touched the game. I shouldn't have bought it. I knew this was going to happen.
It's a great game.
Looks like it was the top-selling game across all platforms for April. Yeah. So they did great.
My hype was satisfied. Like I was like uncontrollably shaking for MK11, and I'm still like it did it for me. But I just think about that point now. Like okay, I can't hang with the online community anymore.
It's tough.
So.
I wish that they were able to segregate skill levels a little bit more accurately, so I can stay in the baby leagues.
Yeah. What's beneath bronze? Can I stay in the paper league?
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of fighting games, I have something planned for the after show.
Okay.
But before we get there, let's do our sign off here before we get to the big reveal here.
I think so. I don't think I've got anything else that's huge for this week. Just E3 predictions next week. That'll be.
Maybe we'll get our.
Let's do Tuesday.
Okay.
All right.
Well, maybe we'll get Justin here to come back and reprise his role as E3 predictor.
No, wait, we can't do Tuesday. I've got something going on.
Okay.
So Thursday night. Thursday night.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and then it's coming shortly. Yes. With Combat Leagues.
Woo.
Right, so their combat leagues are set to come out in like the next 15 or so days.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to, I guess, kind of keep you in your groups.
Okay.
So I'll have to read more on that, but it's yeah. And they've been a lot more gracious with their gold payouts. If you do in the towers, like here's
gotcha.
100,000 coins. So it's like okay, they're trying to make amends for how doo-doo it was at launch, because you did something impossible feat, here's $100. Like, well, come on. I want a skin. I always want like a skin. I want. Yeah, I should get more rewards for playing online. I don't feel that's the case. Like I think I was watching Max complain about it a little bit. I kind of sympathize with Maximilian, dude. Was that I should be rewarded for playing online, not your stupid online towers.
Gotcha.
Let me go online and give me skins and give me gear for doing that, as opposed to going up through letting my AI fighter fight up the tower. How many people right now are actually playing Mortal Kombat towers themselves, and how many are actually doing the AI battles? Because right now I just have my noob Cybot jacked up on combos and rush down and just let him go nuts on the towers. I just put it on go and do something else. Like, that's a bigger problem.
Wow.
Is that I'm letting the game play itself right now.
That's not fun.
Just a farm for coins and skins and augments and what have you. So,
yeah, that's silly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks.
Did you know that this month is the 20th anniversary of Third Strike? Street Fighter 3?
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, talking about fantastic Street Fighter games. Third Strike is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Good lord. And it still holds up to this day.
Yep.
Thanks to Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection.
And the consensus on Reset Era is it's lame.
Of course it is. Also, was it
Idiots.
a couple weeks
Idiots.
ago? Mother's Day was the 24th anniversary of the Sega Saturn in North America.
Wow. I saw something. So there's this guy. He was a market analyst. Benji Sales is his Twitter handle.
Okay.
And he used to post a lot on Reset Era, and then he realized that Reset Era is a toxic cesspool
Sure.
of human filth.
Okay.
And he said, "You know what? I appreciate everything that you guys have done. But I'm not gonna post on Reset Era anymore, just because there is so much toxicity on the forum." So he's trying to build his own channel and everything. So anyway, Reset is just like hammering him for not posting anymore.
Weird.
And apparently people are getting banned for referring to him.
My God.
Yeah, it's insane. And like moderators are piling on with their hatred for him for not posting. It's like, well, you're proving his point.
All you're doing is proving him right.
God dang.
Anyway.
I hate the fact, though, that Era is the biggest gaming forum online. I hate that.
I don't know.
I hate because the fact that they are so big means that they're representative of the gaming community.
Point to that
and they're such a poor
representative. That's how they feel,
representative.
how they think. Because
Yeah, that there's such a poor representative. Anyway,
Justin saying Third Strike is so good. Third Strike is so good. I would say, gosh, it's probably my third favorite Street Fighter game, behind EX plus Alpha and Alpha 2.
I have trouble trying to rank. I actually did like Street Fighter 4 a lot by the end.
It's once it got to like the arcade edition and got to Ultimate.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 is really, really good. Vanilla was kind of weird, but then it got better with each iteration.
I might actually put 4 ahead of Third Strike,
Really?
only for the reason of Third Strike didn't feel like there were as many usable characters as there were in Street Fighter 4.
Sure.
Like Street Fighter 4, if you remember some of those Evo Grand Finals, we saw all sorts of crazy stuff with like Elena one year and Hakan.
There's a lot of Rose and Yuri that made it in there.
All sorts. Oh yeah, Luffy won with Rose that one year.
Yeah.
Cleaned up.
Yeah.
But Third Strike is
Gosh,
a
man.
special game.
So good. So good.
Mechanically, I think it's a better Street Fighter game.
Only thing with like, they finally got it right on the third one, because Street Fighter 3 was not great, and then is it Double Impact or like this
Second Impact?
Second Impact, which was also like, it's better but still not, and then Third Strike just went done. We made the best Street Fighter game ever, like at the time ever. It's like, all right, fine, you did it, but still, I say that I love Alpha 2, and I love EX plus Alpha so much.
Yeah, those are great games, but there's just something special about Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why you're still seeing it professionally playing to this day. Is because it's so good. Check out Max's video on Third Strike. It's kind of cool how he gets back into history with it. Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Well, I know we have an after game show.
Yes. We actually play games.
Yes, and here's the teaser, but I haven't even told Dave what this is yet.
No, I don't know.
We are going to play one of the greatest fighting games of all time.
Oh.
And we're going to play it on the best-selling console of all time.
Oh.
And if you want to see what that is, and you want to see what that is, stay tuned.
Oh my. Interesting. All right. Well, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Game Tasty show. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out and joining with us. The Daigo Perry.
Evo moment. Was it 27?
US Gamer actually had a great article about how the Daigo Perry incident at Evo 2004 actually revived fighting games.
Sure.
So go do a Google search on that. I think they're absolutely right. The articles gets a little long-winded, I think. I think there's a little too much exposition in it, but it's still a nice think piece, and I think that their assertion in the article is absolutely spot on. I know for me personally, that's the moment that made me really want to like try and get good at Third Strike, because I had kind of written Third Strike off.
Sure.
The Dreamcast version wasn't that great, but then I saw that YouTube video of the Daigo parry, and I was like, oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah. No, I was like, wow, I didn't know you could really do that in this game. I thought the parry was just kind of some stupid mechanic, but you can actually feasibly do that in this game. That made me want to play the game. And then that 15th anniversary collection came out, and it had like an arcade perfect port of Third Strike, and that's what got me into that. And we played that forever, dude. Oh my god.
That Daigo is still famous to this day for that thing.
Absolutely.
They're playing I think I watched some documentaries on YouTube about that moment, and it's just really cool to kind of go back to a much simpler time in gaming, and to go from us being live at Mandalay Bay the past couple years to the back of an arcade back in the SoCal days.
That moment also, I had no idea that there was this thing called Evo,
sure, or
that like there was a fighting game tournament scene out there, so that opened my eyes to it. So I think they're absolutely dead on. That US Gamer article, I think they're dead on in their assertion that the Daigo parry saved fighting games.
Oh yeah,
because it opened people's eyes up to not only Third Strike, but to the fighting game, like the competitive fighting game scene as a whole. It got people going into that scene, and it told companies, hey, wait, there's this burgeoning interest in fighting games again, because there really wasn't anything happening from like 2000 up until Street Fighter 4 came out in 2007, 2008, somewhere there. Almost a decade of like these dark ages of fighting games.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a good read. Go and Google it, find it, check it out. And okay, I'm done with my exposition. Thanks so much for watching the Game Tasty Show. We really hope that you join us. We'll be back next Thursday with our early E3 2019 predictions. It's going to be wild. It's going to be dramatic. Tears are going to be shed. Lives are going to be changed. Probably all from me.
Yeah.
So you won't want to miss it. And otherwise, my Nintendo pre-E3 article should be up this coming week, if I can sit down and freaking finish it. You know what? It's tough writing a big piece like that. 'Cause
it is.
You end up... Anyway. Hey, what's up, Minecraft?
See, there she is. Hey.
Thanks so much for hanging out and watching us. We're going to come back. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to be back after like a 5-minute break.
Yes.
So make sure we'll reset the stream, so you'll have to refresh your page and everything when we go back up. But he's got a surprise for me. I don't know what it is. So we're going to play that.
I can't wait, because I was playing this recently and I went, oh yeah, this is really good.
All right. Anyway, for all of us here at Nerd Bacon, I'm Dave the Watchman. You can follow me on Twitter at Dave the Watchman. You can also follow us if you're not watching us on Periscope on the Nerd Bacon Twitter page. You can follow Nerd Bacon's Twitter page at nerd_bacon. This guy, the king of Twitch.
Hopefully.
Who are you?
I am Jeff Roth. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Roth. Also at twitch.tv/Jeff Roth. I stream there pretty much every day at this point. Tonight I'll be streaming some Magic the Gathering Arena for the midnight hour stream. Try to get better at some Magic the Gathering, because I was as okay as I am at Hearthstone. I want to learn some Magic, so we'll try some of that a little bit later.
Go.
Also, Jeff Roth Club Discord channel's open. Dave and I did a watch along with Money in the Bank.
That was
fun this past weekend. Yeah. So we're gonna hopefully do more of that going forward. Interact with y'all on the Jeff Roth Club Discord channel. So twitch.tv/Jeff Roth, and join in the action there on my live streams.
All right. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Like I said, stay tuned. We're coming back in just a couple minutes here with our game of the week, and I don't know what it is. It's going to be a surprise, So we will see you in just a few moments. Thanks so much. And now and forever, don't forget to game tasty. We will see you all in just a little bit.
See you.